Hello everyone, meet with me Rina Agustina. Today I would like to present the presentation titled Embrace the Stumble. Embrace the Stumble. Are you curious to know more about it? Do you know that a mistake is a valuable gift? Now we will observe how this can be a blessing. Let's jump in. How many of you have ever held back from speaking English because you were afraid of making a mistake? I see a lot of familiar faces nodding along. It's a common fear, isn't it? The fear of mispronouncing a word or getting the grammar wrong, of sounding silly. We imagine everyone's eyes on us, judging our every word. But today, I'm here to tell you that fear is holding you back. Think about it. When a baby learns to walk, do they get it right to the first time? No, they stumble, they fall, they get back up and try again, and eventually they run. Learning English is no different. Mistakes are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Why do we fear mistakes so much? Perhaps it's because we associate them with failure. But in language learning, mistakes are invaluable. They show us where we need to improve. They highlight the gap in our knowledge. They give us something to learn from. You've hit on a crucial point now. These mistakes and correction aren't just about fixing errors. They serve as powerful indicators and catalysts for learning. Let's delve deeper into why they are so valuable. First is pointing out areas for improvement. Think of correction as sign point on your learning journey. When someone points out a mispronounced word, a wrong tense, or an incorrect grammar usage, they're essentially showing you a spot where your current understanding deviates from standard English. This direct feedback eliminates guesswork instead of fakely feeling like something isn't quite right. You receive a specific pinpoint of where you can focus on your attention and practice. It's like having a tutor highlight the exact section in the textbook you need to revisit. Second, highlight gaps in knowledge. This correction often reveal underlying gaps in your understanding of the language system. For instance, consistently using the wrong preposition might indicate a need to study preposition usage more systematically. Misunderstanding an idiom expose a lack of familiarity with idiomatic expression, prompting you to learn more of them. These mistakes act as diagnostic tools, helping you identify the specific areas where your knowledge is lacking and where target learning would be most beneficial, providing concrete learning opportunities. A correction isn't just about identifying an error, it's often accompanied by the correct form of explanation. This immediate feedback loop is incredibly effective for learning. When someone says, "You mean went to the store, not at the store?" You immediately receive the correct preposition in context. This active correction, especially when accompanied by a brief explanation of why it's correct, provides a tangible piece of information to absorb and remember. It is transformed a passive mistake into an active learning moment, building confidence through accuracy. While the initial correction might feel a little uncomfortable, internalizing the feedback and consciously applying the correct form in the future builds confidence. A successfully corrected error is a step toward greater accuracy and fluency. You start to trust your understanding more as you make fewer of these mistakes. It's like falling in the missing pieces of puzzle. With each correct piece, the overall picture becomes clear and complete. Encouraging active listening and attention. Knowing that others might offer correction can actually make you a more active and attentive listener and speaker. You become more conscious of the words you use, the way you structure your sentence, and how you pronounce things. This highlight awareness is a crucial element of language acquisition. In a sense, these moments of correction are not setbacks, they are integral part of the learning process. They provide valuable insight into the nuances of the English language and guide you towards greater proficiency. Embracing this correction as learning opportunities rather than feeling discouraged by them is a key mindset for successful language learning. Every time you mispronounce a word and someone corrects you, you've learned something new. Every time you use the wrong tense and someone points it out, you are one step closer to the fluency. You are absolutely right. Those little corrections are likely tiny boosts on the path to better English. Here are some more examples that highlight how mistakes can lead to learning. Every time you use the wrong preposition, like saying, I went at the store instead of I went to the store, and someone corrects you, you gain a clearer understanding of how words connect. Is it right? Every time you misunderstand an idiom, like thinking break a leg means and actually hurt someone, and someone explained to its true meaning, you unlock the richer layer of English expression. Every time you struggle to find right word to express an idea and someone offers a more practice to natural sounding elements, your vocabulary expands. Every time you make a grammatical error in a sentence structure, like saying yesterday I to the park when, and someone helps you reorder the words correctly, you improve your understanding of English syntax. Every time you mishear a word and respond inappropriately, leading to a clarification, you sharpen your listening skills and learn to distinguish similar sounding words. Every time you use a word in a context where it doesn't quite fit and someone suggests a better word choice, you refine your understanding of nuance and connotation. Every time you forget the plural form of a noun, like saying one chair, two chair, and someone reminds you of the as, you solidify a basic grammatical rule. Every time you confuse similar verbs like after effect or effect, and someone clarifies their different meaning and uses, you gain a more precise command of the language. Each of these moments, while sometimes feeling a little awkward, is actually a valuable opportunity for growth. It's through this correction and clarification that the subtle indicates in English become clearer, leading you closer to fluency and confidence. Keep making those mistakes and keep learning. So, how do we overcome this fear? There are five things that we can do. The first is change your perspective. See mistake as opportunities, not failures. And then the second is practice, practice, practice. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become. The third is find a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, not criticize you. And the fourth is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you are unsure of something, you may ask. And the last but not the least, of course, you must to remember communication is the key because the goal of language is to communicate. Focus on getting your message across, not on perfect grammar. Let me tell you the secret. If a native English speaker has ever made mistake, language is fluid, dynamic, and ever-changing. There is no such thing as perfect English. So I urge you the next time you have the opportunity to speak English, take it. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace the stumble, learn from your mistakes, and watch your confidence and fluency grow. Thanks for your attention and thanks for your attention to my presentation. See you next time.